It's Jessica Lorian, and real quick, if you are trying to conceive, do you feel like a crazy person yet? Do you feel like you can't think of anything else but ovulation and timing? And is it all consuming? Well, I have news for you. You're not alone. When you're an aspiring mama, it can be all you think about. And with every new announcement in your life or on social media, it can be a roller coaster of emotions. I'm with you. You're listening to Mamas in Training, the podcast that gives aspiring and expecting mamas guidance and community from moms who have been there. And today, I'm back with a quick Mamas in Training tip to give you a few ideas of how to focus that overwhelming, crazy lady energy. By the end of this quick Mamas in Training tip, you will have some tools that can help you feel not so crazy. Now, I want to say that those feelings will completely go away or that you'll stop thinking about it, but if I'm honest, I don't think that's the case. And for most people that I've talked to, that wasn't the case for them. However, if we can have a few support systems in place that we can rely on, or ways that we can shift our energy in the moment, can help support you in the middle of a really weird period of time. Now, this is also a really strange in-between place because you don't want to talk about it too much, right? I mean, maybe you can't talk to some people about it, but it's always in the forefront of your mind. I know. You may even feel, dare I say, jealousy. I said it. That's true. Now, I know you'd never want to say that out loud, so I just said it for you. That can be a really, really hard thing to admit, and not everyone will understand. And it's also important to be honest with yourself and where you are at emotionally. So what can we do? How can we focus our energy in a positive direction? How do we not get sucked into this negative spiral? Well, luckily, I have some ideas for you that have helped me and some of my close friends. The first step I learned is from one of my best friends when she was trying to conceive for over a year, and she realized that the constant announcements on her social feeds were just too triggering for her. She came up with this plan. Now, I'm sure this has happened to you at some point, and if you didn't realize it, it may have happened subconsciously. For some of you, you may not want to completely close your Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook accounts, whatever, but you can do 3 things. Number 1, you could delete the apps from your phone so that the temptation to look isn't there. You could, number 2, mute, it's called, certain people and their profile. The good thing about mute, by the way, is you aren't unfriending or unfollowing them, and they'll never know that you did it. But it's just a temporary removal from your feed until you're ready to see them again. And there's no harm in it. And actually, I think it's really healthy. Or number 3, the last option is on Facebook. And you can add what's called the News Feed Eradicator. This is a Google extension, a plugin that you just download, and it will remove your newsfeed. So when you open up Facebook on your computer, instead, that newsfeed that's bombarding you with announcements and photos will be replaced by a beautiful quote of the day. That way, you're able to go into Facebook, check specific people's updates, post for yourself, but not get bombarded with the updates on the newsfeed. So that's number 1 in social media. Number 2 is setting a sentence-a-day journal, a gratitude journal, or something like the 5-minute journal. That's the one that I have. This is a very intentional way to focus your energy daily in a positive direction and just record. Simply and easily recording the emotions that you're experiencing. So with the 5-minute journal, every time that you wake up, you answer a couple questions, and every time you go to bed, you answer a couple questions. It's just kind of a nice way to open and begin every day and close up every day with positive energy. And the third tip, finally, is therapy and community. Connecting with others who've been there or who are in your shoes is a really empowering way to just vocalize what you're going through and to realize that you're not alone. Therapy is amazing. And if you find a good therapy now when you're trying to conceive or when you're a mama in training, you're probably going to need that therapist down the road when you're pregnant or postpartum, so then you have them all set up. And if you're still looking for a community to call home, look no further and join us in the free Facebook group Mamas in Training. Just click on the link in the show notes and find others who will understand and support you. So to wrap this up, how do we not feel so crazy when we're trying to conceive? Number one, check your social media. Maybe use a newsfeed eradicator. Maybe mute some people. Maybe delete those apps. Number two, get yourself some type of journal. A sentence a day, a gratitude journal, or something like the 5-minute journal. And number three, find yourself a therapist and a community. Someone that you can speak to and a place that you can connect with others who understand you. Implementing all of these different tools, removing, muting, or eradicating that newsfeed will help. And the support of others is essential. So go for it. Shift that positive energy and know that you are not crazy by hearing it from others. I understand you, and you are not alone. If you enjoyed the show today, new episodes release every Wednesday, so be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so you don't miss an episode. And help us grow our mama community by leaving a review on Apple Podcasts. That way I know how to better serve you. And finally, I would love to connect on Instagram. You can find me at Mamas in Training Pod. That's MAMAS in Training POD. For Mamas in Training, I'm Jessica Lorian. We're in this together.